Since the launch of the reform and opening up in the late 1970s, China has seen a sharp decline in the population living in poverty alongside impressive economic growth. According to the World Bank's poverty standard of $1 per day, more than 700 million Chinese people have been lifted out of poverty over the past 4 decades. China is the first country in the world to achieve the poverty reduction goal of the United Nations Millennium Development Goals. In China's rural areas, the proportion of impoverished people has dropped from over 60% in 1990 to below 30% in 2002, and further plummeted to 4.2% by 2014. During this period, China contributed more than 70% of global poverty reduction. According to data recently released by the National Bureau of Statistics, from the end of 2012 to the end of 2018, impoverished population in rural China decreased by 82.39 million, from 98.99 million to 16.6 million, with incidence of poverty dropping from 10.2% to 1.7% over the same period. Since the 18th National Congress of the Communist Party of China, CPC, in 2012, the income of rural residents in poverty-stricken areas has increased by 10% annually, which is 2.3% higher than the national average. In 2018, per capita disposable income of rural residents in poverty-stricken areas reached 71% of the national average, which is 8.9 percentage points higher than that of 2012. Now, targeted poverty alleviation has entered the final stage. The key work ahead is to consolidate progress in poverty alleviation, prevent those lifted out of poverty from falling into poverty again, and ensure that people above the poverty line, especially those with low incomes, do not fall into poverty. Wang Xiaoyi, director of the Center for Rural Environmental Social Studies under the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, believes that, as the first policy statement of the CPC Central Committee in 2019 underlines, the establishment of a long-term and stable mechanism for work related to rural areas, agriculture and farmers, the prevention of formalism and short-sighted behaviors, and the development of industries for long-term poverty alleviation are crucial for more sustainable development in rural areas.